What up, folks? This is your boy Dino, aka your Solid Five,
And this is Nikki T, and
and
we
we are
are
the
the Boo
Boo
Crew
Crew coming
coming
at
at
ya.
you.
Nailed it.
Around the
So,
head.
folks, just a heads up, we got a lot going on, good things. So keep an ear out. But this week we are doing Abigail, 2024, I think.
Is it 2024?
I believe
That's
so.
like the one thing I didn't fucking write down.
Yeah,
It
it's very,
is,
very recent though.
yep, 2024.
Okay. This is a doozy. This is actually a fun watch. So I highly, well, not highly recommend it, but I recommend it for sure.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's the
So
good stuff. But we're gonna get into all that.
it's directed by Matt Benetinelli and Tyler Gillett. And they actually did some really cool movies. Matt did Scream and Scream 6.
Oh,
And Tyler did VHS and The Creator, which I heard The Creator is good.
well,
And the
VHS is
writer,
an interesting series too.
yeah, you're right. And the writers, Stephen Shields and Guy Busick, which is, it's nuts because the writers and the directors, well, one of the writers and the directors, they all did movies together.
Okay, which
Because
is probably a good thing because they can work with each other.
that's probably why this movie came out decent,
Yeah, yeah,
so that's pretty cool.
yeah.
Oh yeah, and the writer Guy Busick, he also did Final Destination Bloodlines, the new one.
Oh shit. Okay,
Yeah,
which I still haven't seen yet.
yeah, go watch it.
Yeah, I've been
Watch
wanting
it while
to.
it's in theaters.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go see it the next couple of days.
Yeah,
Um,
there's nothing more better than seeing fucking people get burned up, blow up, and crushed on the big screen.
yeah, it's pretty cool. It's like when I watch like in this office, how the TV right here, it kind of reminds me of a big screen because it's like right in my face. Like it's like bam right there.
That's all funny.
Yeah. Yeah, so
It's
again,
like a personal
Abigail,
home theater.
yeah, hell yeah, dude. I wish I had surround sound though. So it starts at what, Frisco or Oakland? Couldn't tell. But it's
I think Oakland.
Oakland? Okay, that makes sense. At the start of the film, they're basically doing a heist. So they're planning some shit out. We got Sammy and Dean in the getaway car, and then we got the other people invading the mansion or house. And
Yeah,
so that's kind of where we set up at.
yeah.
Um,
So it starts out. Um, she's in the alley, about to get picked up, and it zooms in on her lollipop because the lollipop's it's a little thing in there.
yeah, and she puts it back in. She puts the wrapper or the lollipop back in the wrapper. Actually,
Yeah,
even before that, it shows Abigail actually like dancing as a ballerina in
yeah. There's a whole dance scene going on. Yeah,
at the theater or whatever wherever she's at. And that was kind of cool because it sets you up of like the weirdness of the movie a little bit, of like why is this little girl by herself at night, like practicing ballerina and
yeah. By herself. Yeah,
by
alone.
herself in this big ass building, So uh, that kind of shows you like power, in a way. Because
Yeah.
she basically shut the shit down. So
Kind of sets you up. It's and then at the end, it all makes sense why it's happening at night and shit.
right. And then we go to Joey getting picked up. And just to brush over real quick, like the characters of the movie. So we got Joey, which is the main girl. We have Frank, which is the main dude. We have Rickles, which is like I guess like military dude.
Yeah, I
Sammy,
put
the
it like
hacker.
an ex-marine.
Yeah, ex-Marine. He's some kind of military. Peter, which is the muscle man, and Dean is the getaway driver,
The burnout.
the burnout. He plays a good burnout. So
Yeah, he fucking Dean plays the same fucking character that he played in Euphoria. Nothing changed.
right.
Not one characteristic on this guy changed from that show.
This is just funny because like they probably just were like, oh, that's just how you are in real life, so let's just
Probably,
use you.
that's probably the only character he knows how to play, dude.
Which I know I'm being a little insensitive because he did pass away, so
Yeah,
R.I.P. to
but
Dean.
still.
Yeah.
That's all. Like that when he that's like he said, we need a burnout. That's me, dude. I got it.
I got it, man. Yeah.
That's my number one role.
Let's typecast me right now. Um, yeah, so they get to the well, first of all, they all meet up at the house. Well, not together, but so Sammy and Dean are in one car, and then the rest of them show up separately to to go and do the job. So this is
Yeah,
after Abigail shows up from Ballerina. She gets picked up by her driver. She goes back home. She goes in first with just by herself, right? I
yeah.
don't
She
think.
goes in by herself. She gets dropped off, and she walks into the house alone.
Yeah, and then that's when Sammy hacks it, and that's when everybody kind of runs in real quick, and then she makes a phone call to Daddy,
But
and
yeah, so and they're all hiding in her room.
yeah, there's like one
And
of
she's
them's in the curtains or some shit.
yeah, the one's behind the curtains, the one's
I
behind
think
something else.
I think it was Frank. Frank's in the curtains. Yeah,
It's Frank, Joey, and Peter.
but it's funny because she like senses them right away, and you're like, that's weird. How would you sense like? Because they don't make a noise, do they?
No, but she
But
knows. But
but she
yeah,
knows. Yeah,
she knows something's up.
yeah. It's like she sensed it, and she was like, and then that's when she keeps talking on the phone, and I was like, how would you know?
Yeah,
But
cool. It makes well. You
well,
find out
yeah,
later.
yeah. Spoiler alert. No. Um. So what happens is she gets kidnapped, right? They pounce on her basically. Joey injects her with the night juice, basically. I don't
Yeah,
know what it is, tranquilizer,
yeah, some kind of drink.
and so she's out cold. They snatch her up, but as they're leaving, the security comes on. The alarms go off. They're all freaking out. Like, oh shit! So they all run into the car. They bounce out. Um, at that same time, Rickles is ready to shoot one of the security, right? Or
Yeah, because yeah,
somebody's coming home, and
it looks like the father.
yeah, it's like it looks like somebody important, right? So
Well,
it's
yeah, because they say the dad's back. That's what they said.
well, that's what they assume, yeah. And
Yeah, but yeah,
but they get her, they bounce out. I thought it was kind of fun that they were playing the Jacka in the background because of Dean.
oh yeah, they
Dean's
were playing that song,
yeah,
huh?
so Dean is from Oakland in real life, and so they were playing the Jacka, which is a Bay Area native, and also he just died, I think a couple of years before that, like 2021 or something like that. So
Something like that.
yeah, so
I forgot when the back about.
they wanted to use that because that was kind of a banger when it came out. So
Still is.
yeah, no, it's I was like I was vibing out to it, dude. When I was listening to it, I was like, hell yeah, dude, this is it right here. And then
I have that song on my playlist.
it's a good song. So as they're going away, Dean's a little reckless. He's like they're like, all right, there's a camera up ahead, turn into this hallway, and he's like, nah. So he goes straight. He creeps up next to this big ass truck. 18, no, was it 18 wheeler or is like some kind of
No, it's just
delivery
a
truck?
box truck.
Yeah, and so he kind of sneaks up next to it, so the camera can't catch the license plate or nothing like that. So he's smart, but he's reckless.
Yeah,
And then that's when they get to like the outside of the city to like this creepy old mansion. And
creepy. I thought it was the beautiful mansion.
well, nah, dude, it was like old looking and shit, like and like
That's what made it beautiful.
well, that's creepy to me. And that's when we meet who was it?
Lambert.
Lambert, yeah. Was wow, that dude, that actor plays great in everything he does.
Yeah, I know him from Breaking Bad the most.
Yeah, no, he's on Daredevil too, the show, like at one point.
Yeah,
He's in hella stuff, dude. He's a great actor. Um for some reason I can't think of his name right now, but dude is just like anything he does is like it's gonna be a decent film. Or it should be.
yeah, he's a good actor.
Yeah. Uh so he basically was like, hey, stay put uh for the whole night. You're gonna get paid a ton, whatever it was. I think 7 million per person.
Yeah,
He was just
that's
saying all you
good.
gotta do is babysit, and then Joey's the only person allowed in and out of that room, strictly for medical reasons. Yeah, they all kind of just lounge around for a little bit.
Fucking Lambert takes all his cell phones, so then they can't get tracked, and he fucking leaves them there at the house. And then next thing, and then all now they're just a whole bunch of guys in the house. They're getting drunk, and
Yeah,
Joey's in there talking to the little girl.
and
And then and then
Peter's
the
an
little
alcoholic.
yeah, oh yeah, that dude is fucking getting fucked up.
Yeah,
So you got Joey talking to the little girl, and then the little girl ends up threatening Joey
yeah.
because they make a little pinky promise.
And then right after that, that's when Joey kind of calls everybody out, right?
Oh yeah, Joey calls everybody out before the whole shit. So yeah, before she goes in the room to talk to the kid, Joey calls everybody out one by one. He says like, Peter, you're fucking a muscle man. Frank, you're fucking some detective cop, and this and that. And Sammy, you're some rich white girl who's good with computers.
No.
And then Dean's all, do me, do me. And then she's like, no, because you're not a professional. You're just some burnout kid from Euphoria.
Yeah, basically, which is great. And
Yeah,
then Peter, she's like, "You're too easy. I'm not even gonna
I
try."
know. Yeah, and then Wrinkles ends up fucking taking the pass,
Yeah, because you knew he was gonna get dissed, So
which is weird because like Joey and Wrinkles, they have some kind of weird connection, some sexual connection going on,
yeah, yeah. I wrote that down too. I was like, for some reason they were like, they're
and they
about to
just met.
fuck. Yeah,
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
yeah, that was hella weird. I was like, damn, fool, you got it like that.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's funny because even Dean was like, he's like, because after Frank's like calls her out for being a junkie, Dean's like, I knew it. He's like, they don't ever share candy.
Yeah, so junkies never share candy. That's
I
fucking
started
true.
laughing.
That's so true. I can vouch for that though. I don't share my motherfucking candy with nobody, dude. And I'm a fucking ex junkie. So fucking I feel her pain on that one.
Oh, I laughed so hard when I heard that. I was like, uh,
It's fucking true. They got that right. So she pisses off fucking because of that she pisses off Frank and he threatens her. He's all, don't fuck with me ever again and shit like that. And she
right.
kind of gets spooked, and that's when she goes into the room to talk to Abigail.
And then Frank comes in after that a little bit later,
Yeah, well, because
and
he goes in there because Joey tells Frank like, "Hey, fucking, I got threatened by this little girl, and who's her father, and all sort of shit." So then he gets suspicious, and
right,
then he decides to go in there and fucking talk to her, and he has no mask on. And she sees his face.
dummy, yeah,
Yeah, what an idiot, dude. That's his fault.
yeah. He was all pissed
It's
at
like,
her, but she's like, I'm the only one that's supposed to go in there. What the fuck are you
yeah,
doing?
because
Yeah,
he hella blamed on her. It's like, why'd you go in? That's like fucking no one told you to go in there.
yeah. That's all on you, bro. That's all on you. Yeah, but it was kind of funny because I wrote like ominous threat on there.
Hmm.
And I was like, damn, Abigail is like, she's hard, dude.
Yeah, yeah. She's like,
She,
what did he say? She's like, I feel sorry for what's gonna happen to you.
yeah,
I
yeah.
was like,
I was
damn,
like,
what the
damn, yeah,
fuck?
that's the most gayest shit I've heard all day.
You gotta fuck her up, dude.
Good shit though. So they find out that Frank finds out that it's Christophe Lazar, which is the father, and
Yeah.
he instantly like pisses his pants. He's like, oh shit, like, we need to get the fuck out of here, like, or I need to get the fuck out of here. I
Yeah,
don't
you
care
need
what
to
you
get the
guys
fuck
do.
out of there.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not taking the $7 million doesn't fucking mean anything. So that's when he freaks out. He's trying to get out, and surprise, everything's locked.
Yeah. Everything starts locking down. Windows, doors, all that shit. Boom,
Yeah,
boom, boom.
it starts
It
at
was
the
kind of
gate
like the
first.
lockdown in 13 Ghosts and shit, like where
Yeah,
fucking the
yeah.
house gets all locked up.
Well, even on the new Hellraiser too, kind of same thing.
Oh yeah, okay.
I mean,
Is
but it's
that
a little different because it's like a giant box, right? Rather
are you
than
talking about the Hellraiser one with the female?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But it locks down, and they're all like, "Oh shit!" And then
Hmm.
Peter, it's hella funny because remember Peter tries to like tackle the door, and he's like, "Yeah, it's locked." They're
Oh,
like,
and he's like, move out the way. He fucking runs
yeah,
into the motherfucker.
yeah. They're like, "Good job, Peter. Good job."
That dude is straight muscle, no brains too.
Yeah, God, it reminds me of people I work with. God, there's always one, right? There's always one
There's
fucking
always
meathead.
one.
Always one meathead. Um, and then at that point, after the lockdown, that's when Rickles and Joey Oh, and also the funny thing was like Lambert names him after the Rat Pack because he's
Yeah,
like, remember they're like, what's her like, what do we call each other? And he's like, fucking, you're Joey, blah blah. And I was like, that's funny though, actually. And then he calls him
yeah.
Rickles because he has nothing to do with the rap. He's like, I'm not a fucking Rat Pack. He's like, well then you're Rickles. He's like, oh, that's even worse. And so
Yeah, I thought that was
so
funny.
that was I don't know. I like shit like that.
It was good. You know, there's some good writing in here.
And then right after the lockdown, that's when Joey and what's the name team up. Rickles,
Wrinkles.
Joey and team, yeah, Joey and Rickles team up, or they're the concept of teaming up. So they
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about it
'cause-
briefly after that sexual tension.
yeah. They start flirt. They have like a little flirt scene going on. It's weird too because like it's whatever. It's like they're just looking at each other, and I thought they were about to kiss,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then they just slowly back away. And I was like, okay. I was
I was like, they're about to go upstairs
like,
into the watchtower or whatever it was.
and then you
Uh,
got fucking burnout Dean trying to fucking hit on Sammy in the dark.
yeah, scares her.
Fucking
So wait, who's
complete
the first
fail.
kill then? Is it Rickles or is it Dean?
Dean.
Is it Dean? Okay.
Yeah, because after Dean tries to fucking hit on Sammy with the fucking mask and shit, he's like, oh, boo, and he scares the shit out of
Oh
her.
yeah, that's right.
Then,
Okay.
then Dean goes down in the basement because he hears some
In the
shit.
kitchen. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's like a kitchen basement. It's
Yeah.
weird. And then
Like
he gets boop, he gets sucked into the
he
room.
gets sucked in. Yeah. I don't know how I skipped over that, but yeah. And then
And
that's when Sammy kind of she doesn't exactly hear everything, but she hears something.
she hears something,
Yeah, and then
and
she
that's when he
goes
got kill number one.
kill number one. She shakes him a little bit, and his head pops right off. Classic.
The classic head fall off.
The classic head fall off. Yeah,
We've seen that in a lot of movies. That's for damn
yeah,
sure.
we just saw that in fucking what do you call it? The slumber party massacre.
hey, hey, wake up! And fucking boom,
Just pop.
fucking
Yeah.
it just rolls around onto the ground.
Oh no, he's no longer a burnout. So I guess
Yeah,
there's that.
he's just burnt.
He's just nothing. And then so after the freak out, Sammy runs back up. She tells everybody what's happening. They see the body, and that's when they start going into the whole lore of Lazar about how like uh he slaughtered a whole team, or he slaughtered some snitches, and even though he was like 13 stories high up in the tower or whatever it was that they were at. And there was no way that he could have gotten to that room, but they still all were decapitated. And so there was that little spooky story about that, and they were like, that can't be true. And
No,
Frank's like, I don't want to take that risk. So
yeah. Oh, it's whole funny. I wrote down. I thought this was funny. Fucking when the house is all locked down and fucking Wrinkles grabs the fucking wooden chair and he throws it out the window and it breaks.
oh
And
yeah.
I was like, what the fuck were you thinking?
Right. Desperation.
I
That's
was like,
all
what are
that
you
is.
thinking? So now Joey starts playing detective. That's what I put. She's fucking literally starts playing fucking detective and she's trying to solve the case.
Yeah, of course. Um yeah, so they even check on Abigail. She's just sitting there chilling.
Yeah.
Um Rickles was trying to leave also, and
It's right after this, Wrinkles dies.
yeah, he gets slashed up right after he's talking to Joey. They walk
Yeah.
separate ways, and all of a sudden she turns around because she heard something or has a feeling. She turns
Yeah.
around, and all of a sudden he's just standing there, kind of weird, like in shock. And then he turns around, and then he just all slashed up.
Yeah. His
Just
fucking half his face is fucking missing off his.
yeah, and his neck and the face are just kind of all together, just fucked up, all like shredded, basically. Big old gash marks, just boom. Someone slashed him.
Kill count two.
Kill
Two
count number
down.
two. Yeah.
Two down.
Which is crazy because like it was literally seconds. Like whatever that thing was, which we'll reveal later, obviously. It was very
Yeah.
fast.
It
Yeah.
happened in the flash.
In a flash, literally, it was just like, damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
uh, then we
So
get
after
like,
that, Joey starts blaming Frank.
yeah, well, she's suspicious, isn't she? Because of the whole detective thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, doesn't she talk to Abigail and and she's like, well, he works for fucking Valdez or whatever it was.
Yeah, but Abigail tells Joey that Frank fucking it works for is Valdez or some
It's
shit.
Valdez or yeah, something weird. But
And then so
so
she goes off fucking blaming him. You fucking killed Wrinkles and all this other crap and fucking
yeah,
pulls a gun on him.
yeah, just a bunch a bunch of arguing and shit. And then it's funny because they all end up in that same room with Abigail, right? And then all of a sudden, like Sammy notices that Abigail is just like slipping out of the chains or
Yeah.
the lock, and she's like, "Guys, like, hello, like, fucking wake
Yeah.
up," you
Like
know?
pay attention.
Yeah, and then and then they start freaking out. They fucking shoot her. Like, how many times did they shoot her? Like six or something like that. Is a lot.
They shot her in the head and it's fucking
And it heals up.
boom, fucking just shot her right in the head and she falls off Peter and then she gets right back up and just wipes off her
Yeah,
blood and
yeah.
there's like no bullet mark at all on her skull.
She
And then
heals
she's like, and
instantly.
then they just end up shooting her up as they're trying to get out the room.
Yeah, they shot the shit out of her.
Yeah, they shot at least like 5 times.
At least five or six times, yeah, for sure.
They,
Um,
they, they unload the clip.
and they're trying to figure out how to kill her. So like they're like, we need garlic, we need garlic. So Sammy grabs onions.
I put that down to yeah.
That's so, that's so stupid. Oh, I love
Frank saw those are fucking onions,
it.
Sammy.
He's all pissed. Yeah, he's
And she's like, I
like
don't do. She's like, I don't cook.
a, I love how like a pissed off dad. He's just like the fucking onions.
Yeah, that show was hilarious. I thought Frank was funny. I thought he had some good,
Oh
funny
yeah,
parts in there.
dude. Frank and Peter were like the standouts. I think.
Where Frank's sitting on the chairs all fucked up. He's all, "Don't you fucking say you told me so."
I wrote that too. Yeah. And then, so we get into this whole scene where Abigail takes Dean's body. This is after they collect their weapons. I think they do find garlic too.
Yeah, they find
Um,
garlic because they start getting prepared to go
go
fucking rush
go
Abigail.
fight her. Yeah, and then
And then Joey's like, "Don't do it.
she's like, yeah, just I'm gonna chill right here. You guys go ahead.
Yeah, you guys are stupid. Don't fight him.
And
Don't fight her."
I don't know. I love the scene where like she's like dancing with Dean's body.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, I was like, it's very like so much power. Like
Hmm.
to put so much fear in your enemies. Or your food.
It gave
Um,
it gave her like strength. It showed her like yeah, power.
yeah, I
She
mean,
can
she's a
dance around
12-year-old
with this
little
dead
girl.
body.
Yeah, and I actually like the way that they put her makeup too, like as a vampire.
Yeah,
I actually like she looked very menacing. For a little girl.
I think all the vampires in general, they did a really good job with all of it.
Yeah.
With their teeth and how they were talking. Because it's hard to talk with all that shit up in your
Oh
fucking
hell
mouth.
yeah, dude. Yeah.
So they did a good job.
Because like the grill, like their teeth, there was like it was almost like there was like double the amount of teeth that was like in her mouth.
Yeah,
So
it was
right,
big. That was some
yeah,
big shit.
yeah, um,
I could imagine you could have really move your jaw with that shit in your mouth.
oh, that's got to be so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So as they try to rush her, like she just beats the shit out of everybody.
Oh yeah.
She stabs Peter with the cross like hella times in the chest.
Yeah.
And that's
With his own
with his
crucifix.
own crucifix. Yeah. Stabs Frank through the leg with a stake.
Yeah.
And they all run back downstairs and they're all
And she
freaking out.
just pummels the shit out of Sammy.
Yeah.
And if I
That's that
can,
scene where she's like that scene where you're talking about with Joey. He's like, "Don't you fucking say anything."
yeah, because they come all down fucked up. Yeah, it's a fucking pull stick coming out of his leg.
Don't you say a word. She just kind of like smirks at him like, I told you.
Yeah, I told you so. I told you it was gonna happen. You're gonna get
And
fucked up.
it's funny because like Peter's a big dude, right? Like, and then but Abigail's still overpowering him. Like
Hmm.
it's crazy. Like, just shows you the amount of strength that just a small vampire could do.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Oh, even with the garlic, she fucking took the garlic and smelled it and threw it away like it was nothing.
like nothing, yeah. So all that bullshit doesn't exist except for the obviously we learn later on the sunlight.
Yeah,
I just thought it was so stupid how like they all kind of split up again. Like right after
yeah.
that, they're like,
Trying to look for her.
yeah. I was like,
It's a horror movie.
I know, and
Let fucking what's the best decision we could do in it? Let's all split up.
well, that's just because she was looking for a power source, right, to hack. Isn't that
Yeah,
why? Yeah,
yeah. They're for Sammy to hack to try to
to reset
unlock the
the
house.
the power or whatever it was to unlock all the doors and shit.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, but then we get some gnarly scenes like Sammy finding the pool of dead bodies. You know,
yeah. That was cool. How did she find that shit again?
she was like, I think she went past the kitchen or some shit like that. She went like further down, and then
Did she
there
fall in the
was
hole?
dude, I don't remember. I didn't write that down, but she does fall somewhere, and she
Yeah,
lands
I
in like
think
a pool of like just grime and like dead bodies.
yeah, because she falls through something.
Maybe it was through like the floors at some point.
Had to be through like a trap door or some shit.
I don't. Yeah, dude, I don't remember. But I wrote down she got scared and then she falls into the pool or something like that.
Yeah,
Which was actually pretty fucking gross. Like they did
that
a good
was
job.
cool.
Yeah, I
I
was
thought that was
like,
really fucking cool.
God, that must have smelled so bad.
Oh man, did you see what it was like? Just like all gray and fucking green. It was
Just
nasty, dude.
like I mean, you think about it, that's like flesh that's melted off the bone and everything.
Yeah,
There's just so much
just
shit in there, dude. That's just so crazy.
you know how much bacteria was
Oh my
is in
God,
that
dude.
pool.
Yeah. Oh, dude. That's
you know
so
how
like,
you know how sick you would get if you fell in that shit.
dude. Yeah, instantly, probably. You'd probably be throwing up and shit like instantly.
Fucking that just being in that pool will probably kill you
Um,
alone if you get that shit in your mouth.
and then it's funny because like right after this too, it goes over to Peter like walking through also,
Oh yeah,
and he's got the splinter.
yeah.
He's all freaking out about it. Yeah, he's like,
He's not
no.
screaming in the fucking the walkie-talkie.
Yeah,
What's wrong
the
with you? I got a
the
splinter in my
splinter.
finger.
He's like, and then he sees Abigail. He freaks out. He starts running. Right?
Yeah, he starts taking off and she's fucking doing ballerina moves as she's chasing them through the fucking hallway.
Yeah. Uh,
And then he runs into a door that Frank opens and falls right off the fucking the
well,
staircase.
even before that, I laughed because he turns the corner and he like tries to throw like the hat stand thing at her.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's like he closes the door first, and she blows through the door,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then he tries to throw the hat stand thing at her.
Oh, I laughed at that. I was like, that's hella funny.
That was
Uh,
funny. That was good.
he's like, "What this about?" Yeah. And then she goes after Frank right after Peter falls.
Yeah,
Um, I like how she's like running on the rails,
that was cool.
or she's like dancing on the rails and shit, like taunting them.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't
that
know.
was cool
I
too.
love that she like taunted them the whole film, like that she was just kind of fucking with everybody.
Just
I love that.
playing with her food.
Yeah, exactly what I wrote too. Um, but I don't know. There's something so menacing about that. Like just like fucking with somebody for so long until finally you're just like, all right, now it's time to kill you.
Yeah,
I love that stuff.
fucking torturing.
Yeah, like and psychological torture before you actually kill them.
Yeah.
Oh, I love how she tells Frank too. She's like, "What color are my eyes, Frank?"
Oh yeah, that's the same thing he told her when he was like threatening her in the room.
Yeah, yeah. I thought that was
Oh
super.
yeah, because when he's all she's like, "Did you see my face?" And he's like, "What color are my eyes?" And all this other shit.
Yeah. See, yeah, little details like that. It just I don't know. It adds a little more to like just the effect of the movie, I guess.
Yeah, it thickens the story a lot more when you got connections that come back like that. It's like, oh, she said this happened in the past, so now she's returning the favor to him.
And then we got the whole like kind of like fighting scene where they're all trying to like,
Joey tries to stab Abigail with the fucking syringe, and she knocks it out of her hand.
and then it
And
goes into
then
like the thing, right? So she's trying to like grab it, and then
yeah, it goes like the cage door, and then fucking Abigail's choking out Frank, and then Sammy tries to grab Abigail off Frank, and Abigail bites into Sammy's arm.
yeah,
And then Pete, and then Abigail starts to fly. She tries to fucking, she's not trying to fly away with Frank. I thought that was hilarious
oh yeah,
because she was gonna take that fool.
oh yeah, it's fucking. And then Peter tackles her though.
Tackles are
Um,
like a crazy idea.
so he had to though, and oh, then she shoots up Abigail to make her pass out.
Yeah, and Peter's holding her down.
Yeah, so she's out cold finally. And that's when they put her into like the elevator cage thingy,
Yeah, they lock
the
her up in the elevator cage.
which seems to work at first, you know. But and then so then Sammy's also freaking out because she's like, "Oh my God, am I gonna turn? Like, what the fuck?" You know.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll be freaking out too.
yeah, dude.
And then she's like, she asks Abigail, she's like, "Am I gonna turn into a vampire?" She's like, "Maybe." And she's like, "Oh my
Yeah.
god, she said maybe."
Oh, I love the how like again she's playing with everybody, right? She's like, "I've been doing this for centuries. I've
Yeah,
been killing people like at this spot for a long time. So like, you know,
it's a
you're
killing
nobody
grounds.
new. Yeah, you're just my next fucking victims. You know."
Yeah, because she tells everyone that she set them all up and this is all a trap and she brought you them here. And then that's when Abigail starts fucking returning the favor that Joey gave everybody. It was reading everybody.
And also that Frank's the rat, and like she definitely wanted him there for sure,
Yeah,
especially because of like, and that's why those people died in the building because of him. He was trying to like turn them to like rat out everybody else in the you know the business or whatever.
yeah,
So
yeah.
then
It was
she was sent to kill him, right? Was she the one that did it
yeah, yeah. She killed all those police officers in that building,
in the
in
building,
that
right?
story they were talking about.
In the 13th
She
story or
decapitated
whatever.
them all.
Yeah, yeah. That's dope though. I wish I could do
Yeah,
that.
because she called out all the characters. She says all the real names. Fucking Frank is Adam, and then Sammy is Jessica, and then Joey is Anna, and then Peter is Terrence. But they,
Okay,
but they
maybe I
still
didn't
they
write that
still
down.
they still go by the fake names, even though they go by the fucking. She calls out their real names. They still assist
It,
to
I
go by
didn't
the
write it
fake
down
names.
because I didn't want to confuse myself.
Fucking too bad.
Yeah, it's like,
Everybody has like a connection to like Lazar
right,
because like
right.
Frank was an undercover cop, and then he worked for Lazar, and then back betrayed him. Who knows? Yeah, he betrayed
Yeah, he
him,
was trying to betray him. Yeah,
and then fucking Sammy stole money from Lazar online,
right.
and then Peter stole money from Lazar as well, and
Joey
Joey,
accidentally overdosed or he killed somebody, right? Like, because
yeah,
she was too high.
yeah, she was like an underground doctor and let one of Lazar's guys die.
Yeah, she was too high to like pay attention.
Yeah, so I thought that was cool how they all fucking tied into Lazar and shit, and this is why and this is why they're all here to die. You
And for
know,
food.
yeah, yeah, you fuck around and find out, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I actually that was a very good plot twist of like,
hmm
you know, I thought. I mean, I
Yeah,
like
it
stuff like
was.
that.
It was. That's why I said when I first started watching this, I didn't think this was a horror movie at all until it took this whole turn.
Yeah. Yeah, because it doesn't seem like it at first. You think it's just like a
No,
kidnapping movie or something.
that's why I kept texting you. I said, "Is this the right movie, dude?" Is this the...
Well, I told you ahead of time. I was like, it's a vampire movie, and you were like, oh, and then like you
I forgot
forgot.
you
Yeah,
said that. That's how I was like watching it. I
yeah.
was like, "Is this it?"
Dude, one of my favorite lines though, was she was like, "If you let me go now, I'll let two live." And then Peter's like, "Which two?"
Yeah, yeah.
I laughed like I was like, "Fucking Peter's such a dumbass, bro."
He's trying to get the fuck out there.
Oh man.
She's all off expired now. One.
Yeah. Joey shoots Peter,
Yeah,
um,
she shot his ass too.
because he was like gonna unlock it,
Can you blame him?
right? Peter puts his alley back down. But then she pushes like, what happens is she pushes it open anyway, right?
She what?
Oh, so they go down, they go like down or something there, right?
So she Joey shoots Peter, and then
To then patch
they
him up,
take off so Joey could fix patch him up,
right? And then
and
Joey's
then
up there, right?
Annabelle starts trying to blackmail Frank with letting him out of there, with letting her out of there,
Right, right.
and then
And then
that's when fucking Frank's like, oh, you know, and she tells him about some book. There's a secret book in the study, and if you pull it. And then he's like,
opens
"Oh yeah,
the
thank you
thing,
for nothing." He's like, and then she fucking tricks him, and boom, she
pushes the door open
blasts down
anyway.
the cage. Yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
it's just so funny. Like this,
which
just the amount of strength.
again, it shows that she's still playing with him because she
Yeah,
could have done that the whole entire damn time.
yeah. She's just bored. like
Yeah,
literally
yeah,
bored.
basically.
Which I loved actually. And then uh, so they go back down.
Well, she attacks Frank and then gets her hand blown off.
Well, but by the sunlight because of Joey.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
because Joey knocks open a window or something.
like
It's like a boarded
the
up
board.
window.
Yeah, it's a boarded up window. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then her
What did
arm
she break it?
explodes.
What did she break it with?
I think she just pulled it.
No, she hits it with something.
Oh,
It looks like she hits it with like a with a fucking vase at first, but she hits it with something and it breaks the boards.
must have been something in the room. I don't know. I didn't see what it was. Yeah, so I don't know. It was interesting to see like the effect of like their body parts, like or like her arm blowing up, right? Like just that little tiny bit of sunlight was just like bam, like that shit popped like a fucking balloon, you know?
That was pretty cool.
Yeah,
That
I
was
was
pretty
like,
cool.
and then she's like freaking out, I was like, fuck, you know.
I
That
thought
was
that was a
funny.
cool thing.
Yeah, I was like, damn. I was like, because you know, like some of the vampire movies, they die slowly. They're just like burning up, or
Yeah.
it just turn into ash basically. But no, that shit fucking pops like boom, which I thought was I love that. I don't know, it's different, you know.
It was cool. It was
Yeah.
cool.
So again,
And then
they
like, and then after that, like I thought it was cool. It shows her new arms start growing in.
yeah, it's like poking right through.
Yeah, which was fucking gross to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah. You know what it
It was-
reminded me of? It was kind of like The Fly. Remember, like when he's transitioning,
yeah,
and you see like the fucking like the limbs like growing through his skin and shit like that.
yeah.
It kind of reminded me of that, like
I see that.
that
It,
body morphing, you know?
it reminded me of a push pop.
Yeah, it's just like pushing right through it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
but no,
I like it.
the fly, how yeah, it definitely I could definitely see that when it's like breaking through the skin and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, it's just
Yeah,
coming out slowly. It
that's
was
pretty
tight though,
cool.
yeah. And then they split up. They all split up again, right?
They all break into the
Oh,
what
so
is that?
that's
Like
so that's
Freddy?
what so I got it mixed up. So earlier, Sammy is like, I can just short circuit the system to get everything unlocked. So the
Uh
first time,
huh.
I think they were just hunting her down. They were trying to like sedate her and then lock her up and
Yeah,
just kind of wait it out. So that's what I got confused with. So the second time, they're actually looking for the security room to like, you know, short circuit it and open everything up. So
yeah.
that's why they split up the second time. I got that mixed up, so that's why I was
Okay,
confused.
okay.
So that's why that's why they split up, in teams. So Sammy and Peter, and then Joey and fucking what's his name? Um, the detective
Wrinkles,
guy. No, they just Rickles is dead. Joey. So Joey and wait, Joey and
Frank.
Frank. Yeah, yeah. Like why did I forget his name all of a sudden? Um, yeah. So they split up, and Sammy and Peter go through like one of the hallways that's like I don't know. It's just like on the balcony or something like that.
It's like up an addict.
Yeah, it's like somewhere up there, but it's like it's all boarded up, so like there's supposed to be light coming into there,
Yeah,
but because it's a fucking vampire, it's not supposed to have light.
yeah. I
Um,
thought it looks like they're up an attic to me. That's what I thought.
okay. But it was
Uh,
cool because like that's when we see Abigail take over Sammy's body
yeah, slowly.
slowly, yeah. But then other than all, and then fully like full on fucking takeover.
Yeah, that
Um,
was pretty cool.
Yeah, I actually like that because like she was like manipulating her whole, to do ballerina shit, or about the ballerina shit.
Yeah, after she chewed up Peter, and then she has like a whole ballerina montage dancing.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know, I liked it. It was
That was
like
cool.
creepy. Yeah,
I wrote that down. That was the cool scene. That little montage.
I love how she like when they find her upstairs. She's turned around. She's like, "Oh no, what happened to Peter?"
Badass. Horrible acting,
Yeah,
dude.
but I mean on purpose,
Horrible
obviously, because
acting.
yeah. But again, she's playing with them,
Yeah.
so
She's like, oh no, he's dead. Oopsies. All
you
that
should get
shit.
closer. Yeah.
Yeah. She's still here. But that's when Joe is like something. It's like we gotta
She's
get the
like,
fuck out of
we need to
here.
get it. Yeah, we need to run now. uh, but it was kind of cool too because like you see like there's like obviously some kind of rays of sun coming through.
Hmm.
So you see like her skin kind of like going like smoking.
It's smoking, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I love that. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, you know, yeah, I noticed that too. Fucking, there's like smoke coming off her. She's like standing there.
Like the whole time, yeah. That just means like just enough sunlight was like, pushing against your skin, but not enough to where it's like,
Blow her ass up.
skadoosh. Yeah.
Skadooshner.
Yeah. And if you didn't know, that was a Kung Fu Panda reference. But I did the whole
So
ballerina thing.
Sammy ends up chasing him down into that study.
Oh, right, okay. And she's right there to about to get him, but then Joey has a smart idea of using like a what is it, like a
Server tray.
metal, yeah, a tray, a metal tray,
You know,
bounces the reflection off and hits Sammy, and Sammy just
fucking
fucking
blows
just
up.
blows up, and there's blood everywhere.
Shit. Fucking pops like a balloon, dude.
There's so much blood in this movie.
There's a
Um,
lot of blood in this movie. There's
yeah,
a lot
I was like, I was
of
like, damn, that was a lot of fucking blood. But if you think about it, how much blood is in our bodies generally? I mean, like, isn't it like
oh, a
a
lot.
lot, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
A lot
boom.
is a lot. But yeah, there definitely is a lot of explosions. Blood everywhere. So
Um,
she pops open. Fucking now they're fucking soaking in fucking in guts and blood and shit right now.
and then the fucking wall opens up anyway, right?
What?
Doesn't the wall open up like right after that?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
randomly.
I put Sammy dice twice, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
yeah, then the wall opens up, and that's when they stumble into fucking
Lambert
the
or the
computer
security
room,
room.
and then
Yeah,
fucking boom, there's Lambert, and guess what?
he's a
He's a
vampire.
vampire. This whole
Um, the
time,
whole time,
he said he
and
was turned 2 years ago by Abigail.
right, and also Frank is working with him, has been working with him for a while, or under him. So Frank's been on. Well, he didn't know they were vampires, but he knew that they were trying to get rid of Lazar. Basically they're
Mhm.
plotting to kill Lazar and the daughter, right?
Yeah, but I don't think Frank was gonna do that until after they found Lambert, because Frank was like, "You fucking tricked us," then Lambert turns around and he's a vampire,
Yeah,
and then that's when Lambert's like, "I'm gonna make a deal," and then fucking Joey, I'm fucking leader Joey, trying to take everything over. We're not gonna make no deals, and he fucking knocks her the fuck out, which fucking I clap because fucking because Joy annoyed the shit out of me because because Joy just kept thinking she's a know-it-all. Like she's like, I know everything and I'm fucking this and that. And then she's like, I'm gonna make all decisions. And I'm like, oh my god, dude, just calm her down. Somebody needs to calm her down. So when Lambert finally calmed her down, I fucking applauded.
yeah, she was annoying. I mean,
She annoyed
let's be
me. Joy
real.
annoyed
Yeah,
me.
no, let's
I
be
just
real. Yeah.
it's just she I get her character, but she annoyed me because she just wouldn't shut the fuck up. That's it. She just wouldn't shut up. So that's when Lambert fucking tells Frank like, hey, let's make a deal and take out Abigail and Azar and we could run this thing together and blah
Yeah,
blah blah. And
and then
then
Frank's
he's like,
like, yeah,
yeah. Well, the way he says it too, I would have said yeah too. Because
yeah,
the way he words it was fucking like it was like some like real shit. It was like kill us, and you can have whatever the fuck you want, and we can
yeah.
take this shit over again. I was like, yeah, that sounds
Well,
good.
and plus, like he sees, or not Joey, Frank sees like the power behind the vampires.
Yeah,
So he's like, they're strong motherfuckers, so
yeah,
why wouldn't I want to do that?
yeah. Because
Um,
Frank wants power. Period.
yeah, yeah, he just, so he takes the deal. He lets him bite him, but then he also drinks blood from Lambert's own blood.
Yeah,
Um, and then
to
that's when
turn him.
he goes full on vampire. Because I guess like if you don't drink the blood, they can control you.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so that's why Sammy got taken over.
Because it's like, I think it's like yeah, it's like the turn somebody they have to drink. Cause that's how it was in Lost Boys.
Right, okay.
They had to drink the blood of the vampire who
That
bit
turned
you.
him. Right.
Yeah,
So you
so
well even if they bite you, you still turn, but
He won't be independent.
You won't be independent. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the whole
Because
blood
I thought
thing
that
and
was
the
cool. Because I was just like the Lost Boys. So I was like, oh shit, Lost Boys, same shit.
oh, speaking of Lost Boys, I have a fun fact, and I'll probably tell this later on again if we ever do that movie.
What's up?
But you know the bridge in Santa Cruz that supposedly the movie was filmed on?
The one that they fall through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a bridge in Santa Cruz,
By
right
by,
by
it's by the
Boardwalk.
boardwalk.
Yeah, yeah. So I walked across that one night with my buddy, and she almost fell through because we were drunk.
Yeah.
And she at the time she was very skinny, right? And her leg just fucking slipped right through the board, and like I had to catch her from like falling into the water and
That's
fucking
fucking crazy.
pull her back up. And she got like nerve damage on her shin.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You know,
Um,
that's all funny because like a year ago, me and my son's mom went there and with her friends, and it was like we were there for a whole day, and then nighttime hit, right? So it was like fucking like 9 p.m. at night.
yeah.
And then her friend decides to walk across the fucking bridge too. So my son's mom decides to fucking do it too. And I said, fuck this, I'm not gonna do that, right?
Yeah.
So I walked on the other side of the bridge. You
The
know what a
walkway.
walkway
Yeah,
is?
yeah.
And then he walks across it, and then my son's mom starts walking across it. She gets in the middle and she starts freaking out. And then I'm like, and then so I'm freaking out because she's freaking out.
Yeah.
But luckily her friend ended up he walked back across it and he fucking grabbed her and helped her get across the whole bridge.
Good.
Otherwise, she was gonna fucking fall through. If she fell through that bridge, dude, I don't know what the fuck I would have done because I was on the other side
Call
of
for
that and
help.
there was no way in hell I could have got over there.
Yeah.
So I'm glad for him. Shout out to him for saving my fucking son's mom's life because I couldn't do anything. I was on the other side
Dude,
of that bridge.
I'm not a good swimmer, so
Me either. Me either.
I mean I can like swim, but not in the ocean. You know,
Yeah, no, the ocean. I don't trust the ocean, dude.
dude, it terrifies me.
Yeah,
Like
it does.
I love the ocean. Don't get me wrong, but like, dude, I wouldn't even go past the water past my hips. Like that
It's
would,
un, it's just unpredictable. That's why
yeah,
the
dude.
ocean
Like
is
the inner
unpredictable for
toes and
me.
everything. That's just crazy. Fuck that.
Yeah, I don't trust it. I
Yeah,
love it. I love being around it. I just don't trust being in it.
yeah.
but,
I'm not that great of a swimmer, so.
but that's how funny because my fucking son's mom did the same shit.
But
But the
I
shit,
also heard that that's not that bridge is not really the bridge that it got filmed on. But I don't know.
it probably isn't.
Yeah, it probably isn't. But some of the
Because
stuff
you
got
because
filmed
you
there.
because you look at it, it looks completely different from the movie.
Yeah, yeah. I know. I was like, whatever. But and it's like shorter too. Like I think
Hmm.
yeah. But
It's a lot shorter, but it's still
yeah,
cool though. It's still cool to pretend.
you're right. We all have dreams.
Yeah,
um. So so he gets turned, and then he kills Lambert right away.
yeah.
Um.
It's like this literally backstabs him.
Yeah, makes him explode too.
Boom.
Yeah. Fucking again, the blood everywhere. And
Yeah.
I wrote down fucking I was like Frank's still a dick.
He is though, dude. He
Dude,
totally
the
is.
whole movie is such a dick, dude. Like
He even looks at Joey. He's like, "I told you not to fuck with me." I was like, "Damn, this guy." When he said that, I was like, "What did she do?" I was like, I
yeah.
was like, "She didn't even do anything." I was like, "She did nothing to this guy besides fucking just like say he was a cop." Was
Yeah. Yeah, he's just a fucking asshole.
that like too much for the guy or what?
uh yeah, so basically, Frank turns he's taunting Joey. Joey calls her son.
Yeah, she
It's
runs
like
off in the fucking hallway and she's
yeah, she's like, I love you, blah blah. And
confessing.
then and then he basically throws her through the wall.
He fucks Joey up,
Oh, dude,
dude.
yeah, she gets fucking beat down like a.
And fucking in my head, I'm like, oh my god, finally, dude,
She got what
fucking,
she deserved.
fucking destroy this fucking character off, please. Kill his character for me.
Yeah, and then
And he
Abigail kind
fucks
of
her up,
saves the day. Yeah,
and then through the whole thing, you got Joey is talking shit as she's getting fucked up. She's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And then he throws her up fucking through a balcony. And then she's just talking shit, dude. And she's like, and she puts up her hands like she's gonna
yeah,
fucking knock this guy out. And he just fucks her up again. And I'm like, what the hell is this woman thinking? Like
yeah.
if she could have annoyed me more during the movie, I said she went over the top with annoyance with the whole fucking talking shit through the whole beatdown scene. This is like shut up.
It was funny though. I laughed. I was like, man, this bitch getting fucked up.
Yeah, she got fucked up pretty bad too.
um, again, Abigail comes to the rescue to basically tag team against Frank, but Frank is he keeps like biting Abigail, so she's like
Oh
losing.
yeah,
Yeah,
we
she's
missed the
losing a lot
part
of power.
before he starts fucking up
Joey,
Joey in the control room. Abigail comes in, remember?
right? Yeah,
And then yeah, and she attacks Frank, but she doesn't know Frank's a vampire yet. It turns around and bites her the first time.
and then she's all like super weak.
Yeah, it
She
knocks her
survives,
out
but she's
basically.
weak. Yeah, she's knocked out. And then
And then after that, then he fucks up Joey, and then Abigail comes back again to save Joey.
and then she goes, yeah. And then as they tag team her, he bites her again, right? He's like
Yeah, he bites
basically
her again.
about to kill her, and then Joey even gets a fucking spike through her shoulder.
I love that too.
You can wait.
Yeah. I was like, oh my god, it's getting closer. Yeah, but he fucking jammed that fucking rod right through her shoulder, dude.
So this was a pretty long fight though, and then he even bites Joey too. So
Yeah, he pulls her back through the fucking rod
yeah, yeah.
before he bites her, and she's screaming. And
God,
I'm
look,
like, oh
see,
man,
told
dude.
you
I'm
he's
like,
a dick.
yes. I'm like, yes. I'm like, cause fucking, I was like, dude, I was like, she thinks she knows everything, and now she's getting fucked up.
Yeah, pretty bad too. Like she got fucked up, dude.
Yeah,
Bites
well,
her, and then
it was pretty epic. It was a pretty epic fight scene.
yeah,
I
no,
thought.
it
I thought it was
was
a
it
pretty
was
epic
very
scene.
entertaining. They did a good job on like everything really. Um,
I even wrote Frank nails Joey to the pillar. I loved it. And
put
I put he put
hearts.
I pulls Joey off rod. Loved it again.
uh,
Fucking crazy. So
so
fucking and then but when Frank's biting Abigail again, like Abigail like puts up her pinky, like you pinky promised me that you want
yeah,
to hurt me.
right. Um, was that before or was that after he had
Before he
bitten?
pulled right before he pulls her off the rod.
Okay, but she hasn't been bitten yet, right?
He was biting her. He puts her on the rod, and then he bites Abigail, and then Abigail puts up the pinky.
Right, but after he takes Joey off though,
Then he bites
then
Joey.
he bites Joey. Okay,
Yeah,
because then he wants to control Joey to kill Abigail.
yeah, 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 right, fucking Frank, and like Frank's arrogance fucking killed him because
Yeah,
he was an arrogant asshole.
super arrogant, dude. Like, clearly at a fault. So
Yeah, well, his arrogance saw that fucking he could make Joey do that like in a matter of seconds.
he got what he deserved,
but yeah, I guess though. Fucking, so he thinks he fucking controls Joey, and then Joey tries to turn around and stab him. That fucking failed.
Again, again.
Then he fucks up some more.
Is that when Abigail gets back up, or I forgot what
Yeah,
happens?
Abigail gets back up and
Okay.
fucking beats him up.
So because I didn't really write how he dies, but Frank explodes
I put
too.
I put Frank bites Abigail, and then he bites Joey, and then he pulls Joey off, and Abigail. Oh yeah, then after he bites Joey, then fucking Abigail attacks Frank, and then Abigail just
Oh, the
starts.
steak, right?
Yeah, Abigail starts biting Frank's neck, and then he goes down, and then Abigail grabs a stake, and she's gonna stab him, and then
He blocks
Frank's
it
trying to stop it, and then Joey comes up and helps Abigail with the stake, and
with
then
a newfound
boom,
strength. Yeah,
they
right
stab
through.
him right through
He's
the
like, "Oh
chest. And,
shit!" And then pop,
yeah, he does say that. He says, "Oh shit, yeah,"
and then
and he blows
boom.
up
There's like it's so funny because like at the very end, like there's just blood in every direction, like
everywhere.
just everywhere.
Everything is covered in blood, dude.
and and that's when I wrote Big Daddy comes.
That's funny.
Yeah. And so it's revealed that basically he's Dracula. So
Yeah,
he comes and Abigail, like, he's about to kill Joey, and then Abigail's like, no, she saved my life. Like, don't do that. Even though
Yeah.
he's like kind of yelling at her, like, like a dad. Like get out of the way. And she's like, no, no, no.
And he's
So
like, Abigail, and he yells at
yeah,
her.
but then he sees like the pain in her eyes, and
But he does love her.
yeah. So because remember, she's like, you didn't come. He's like, I did come.
He's like, I came when you needed me.
Yeah. And then he sees the pain in her eyes, and you can see him like lighten up. He's like,
Yeah, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, because then he says like, I'm here now.
right. And even I was like, oh.
But before she was like, she's like, my dad doesn't love me and he doesn't care about me and all this other shit, And then like when I saw him, like, oh, I'm like, well, it looks like he does care about you. He just
Yeah.
came late.
He just came late. Yeah.
He just
He's like, I had some other folks to kill. Like,
yeah, yeah, he had other priorities or obligations to fill.
yeah. Oh, he is running the empire. I mean, what do you expect?
Yeah, true.
Lazar gives Joey a pass. It looks like he's about to bite her. He sniffs her and he's like, I think you should leave
Yeah, he
before I
shakes
change
her
my
hand.
mind. Yeah.
And she
Uh,
hella jumps too. Joy hella jumps.
well, no, he looks like he's like 8 feet tall. Like he's crazy tall.
He looks hella big, dude.
Yeah, I was like, damn, fool, like that's crazy.
And they made him, he's like all gray and shit.
Yeah, he's like he knows, like he hasn't seen the
He's like
sun in
dead.
like centuries,
And
literally.
looks dead.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it is Dracula, so
Yeah, yeah, he is Dracula, huh? Because
yep.
she says
I've been
Lazar,
called
and he
many
says
names.
exactly, yeah. And I was
Yeah,
like, oh, okay,
right. So I like that. I like that, because it gives you like the whole lore of like I've been around for fucking so long that
yeah.
I what am I this century?
Sounds like Dracula's daughter.
Yep. Um,
Interesting.
so they gave her a pass. Fucking Abigail kind of like was like,
See you
thank
around,
you, see you
kiddo.
around, kiddo. Yeah. And so also Joey is no longer a vampire because
Frank's
Frank's
dead.
dead.
Yeah,
So the curse is lifted from her. So
yeah. Too bad.
you couldn't wait, right?
I was like, fuck, man, really?
She's the one that had to live. Yeah.
I know. Out of all the ones, the know-it-all. Know-it-all fucking, she was know-it-all arrogant. She was arrogant too.
Yeah. So she goes into the van. Uh,
When she walks out, she's like, what the fuck?
yeah, I laughed at
I
that
thought
too.
that was funny.
Yeah. Uh, I mean, shit, I would too. I'd be like, how the fuck did this
She's
happen?
like, what the fuck was that? Like,
Yeah,
I was tripping out.
that's funny though. And she gets into the van. She reaches in her pocket. She's got the candy. She takes it out, and puts it in her mouth.
That
You
same
know,
lollipop that was in the
same
beginning.
lollipop. Yeah. So she survives. She gets to see her kid. Doesn't get paid though. That sucks.
Nope. Nope, but no, but she got paid in her life.
Yeah, that's
Even
true.
better.
That's true. That bitch better get a job.
I know, it's like that sucks. And she went through all that and then I
All
don't
that
even
and
get paid.
nothing, dude. Yeah, that
That's
sucks.
horrible.
Oh well, that's the end of Abigail. I don't know, man. This was a fun movie.
It was.
What are some of your thoughts on this movie?
I thought it was good. I thought the acting was okay. I thought the girls acting was I thought some of her acting, I mean, for being a little girl playing a vampire role like that, a main vampire role lead, I thought she did an okay job. There are some scenes where the girl was just like acting was just like kind of shit,
Yeah,
like just like no emotion. But she played a really good part for being like a little girl that age, being a gruesome vampire.
yeah. I think she nailed it.
So and then all the other characters I thought were cool. Like I said, Dean played the same person he played in Euphoria.
Yeah, it worked
So
though.
yeah, it worked. I give up the word
It
like
worked for that character.
I thought Frank was a good character. I liked Frank's
Yeah, I
character a
like
lot.
him. Yeah,
Um, I liked all the characters, but I liked Frank's the most. I liked Joey's the least. I thought
yeah.
Joey was annoying
I
for
thought
me.
Peter was pretty funny.
I thought Peter was funny too.
Yeah, he's
I
on a
thought,
lot of shit too.
yeah, he is. It was good. I just thought Joey was annoying. I mean, I feel like they made her annoying on purpose.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah.
So watching her fucking get whooped was the highlight of the movie for me. But I do not promote that.
Right? Yeah, that's like
but
when we
but
did Betty Loves You, and I was like, the kids getting smacked, and I was like, I'm not saying you should beat your children, but that's
yeah,
hilarious.
exactly. I'm not saying you should hit women,
But
but
she
that
deserved
woman but that
it.
woman deserved to get hit. But
Oh,
no, seriously, I thought her character was annoying.
yeah,
But
yeah,
overall, it was good. It was tons of gore. I thought
yeah,
all
dude.
the
So
gore
much
scenes
blood.
were off the hook.
Yeah,
They did a
I
grit. They did all out with all that shit.
I like the story too of like the whole mafia thing and like getting picked off and stuff like that. I enjoy
Yeah,
that.
I liked the story was good. I liked how they connected all the characters to intertwine with the Czar somehow.
Yeah,
They came from all different ways, but somehow they all happened to just rip off Lazar. And I like how they did the whole setup, like the whole staging and all that stuff. Like all that was cool. Like the whole match and shit. It was
yeah.
really cool. They did a real
Everything felt like it fit like just right.
yeah, they did a really good job with that. It was
So
good.
yeah, I agree. I don't have too many negative things to say about this movie. Um,
I did not expect this to be a horror movie at first, but it took me by surprise
so
when she
here's when we
when she
get a
turned.
little controversial because I have a pretty good rating on this movie. What do you give this rating?
I give it a 4. I give it like a
Okay,
4.
all right, that's fair.
I don't want to give it a 5 because I just feel like that's off the hook good.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
but it was good. It was good enough where I watched it twice and I still thought it was good. Like I watched it twice and it wasn't like a pain to watch it the second time. Like I
yeah.
enjoyed it watching it again.
Right, right.
So I give it a solid 4.
So because, like I said earlier, because I'm not like I don't get me wrong, I do like vampires, right? Like I like the concept of vampires. Do I think they're executed very well in a lot of movies? No.
Mm-hmm.
This movie was though. Like I felt
Mm-hmm.
like they did the job of making them gruesome, making them funny, making her play with her food the whole movie.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna rate this one higher. It's obviously not gonna be a 5, but I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
sounds
Because
good.
I think this is one of those better vampire films I've seen in a long time. So,
That sounds
this,
good.
yeah. So that's what I give this one. But at least we're a 4 and above, so that's cool.
Yeah,
That's all I got for this one. But yeah, if
yeah,
whoever's listening, watch it. It's a good watch.
yeah. Watch Abigail. It's
Amazon
on
Prime, right?
Amazon Prime. If you have Prime, it's free. Definitely check it out.
Yeah, and other than that, we are releasing episodes every week, so just check us out. Check out our YouTube at Beyond the Ether. We are also on Instagram at Beyond the underscore Ether. I am on
Mm-hmm.
Instagram as well, Cali underscore
Mm-hmm.
DTO. What you got?
And I am on Instagram as well as Bay Area Creep. Check
And
me out. That's all. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it.
oh, also the email too is boocrew2025 at Gmail.
Mhm. And also we have a new graphic designer helping us out with images and stuff. So be on the lookout for new I don't know, I guess what
Stuff.
images stuff
Yeah,
coming out. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of cool creative things coming out image wise, so
So
check
as
it out.
if you guys can tell on the YouTube, I've been putting different like animations at the start of the videos because I don't know, I think it's fun. I think it's fun to switch it up. I think I like how the logo is like just different in some of the episodes. So we're always doing new stuff like that. Eventually we'll have like gear and stuff like that we'll be wearing and hopefully in the future you guys will be wearing it too. So
That's right.
we'll get there eventually. But for
Look up
now,
look out for our flyers around San Jose. They'll be popping up.
yeah.
So
Um,
tell
I
your
also have
friends.
Spotify stickers and stuff like that. I got some of those coming out. So
That's right. Make sure you follow us, tell your friends about us, share us, and support your local podcast artist.
please tag us, all the good stuff.
Give
Anywho,
us, show us love.
please, please, please. I love to love sometimes. Just sometimes. But again, we are the Boo Crew, and we will see you guys next week. Peace.
Peace.